Alright guys, here we are with my first Gwent gameplay video. I'm going to be focusing on the Queensguard deck tonight, and the reason for that, it's a pretty linear strategy. It has a pretty set win condition, and that is the Queensguards. So if you look at the card, it is a 4-strength loyal unit played on the melee row that when you deploy it, it resurrects all your Queensguards from the graveyard. So basically you want to get your Queensguards in the graveyard, you play one, they all hop out. The leader, of course, that we use with this is King Bran. So when you deploy, you discard up to 3 cards from your deck and strengthen units among them by 1, and then you shuffle your deck. So of course you need to have 1 Queensguard in your opening hand, and then you can Bran, get the other 2 into your graveyard, play the one from hand, the other 2 will jump out. Then they all go back to the graveyard for round 2, where you, well actually, you can use Priestess of Freya to resurrect 1, which will bring the other 2. But usually this deck, if it has a decent draw, it won't do that because we play the Operator. And the Operator chooses a bronze unit in your hand and creates a base copy of it in both players' hands. So what you essentially do is if you have that 1 Queensguard in your hand, Operate will create another copy for you in your hand. So in round 1, you use King Bran, put 2 in the graveyard, use one of your 2 copies from hand to resurrect it. And then in round 2, you can play the copy created by the Operator and you get the other 3 back. And then of course you use Priestesses in round 3 to get all 4 back. So that's the basic functioning of the deck. I'm not going to go through all the cards here now because I'll talk about some of them in the game. I will mention Alzur's Double Cross. It strengthens one of the highest bronze or silver units in your deck by 2 and play it. That's new wording. I never used to say that. You just used to say the highest. So Operator here is the highest unit. So if we don't draw Operator, then we hope to draw Alzur's Double Cross. It basically gives us twice the chance of finding him so that we can operate the Queensguard. And I think the last card that I need to talk about is Queen Cirrus. And I think she's called that from the game because I've seen people on Discord and Reddit call her that. She's just called Cirrus here. But after 4 units are resurrected on your side, while this unit is in the graveyard, resurrect it. So it has a counter there, so every time you resurrect something, her counter goes down, and when it hits 0, obviously, she just jumps out onto the battlefield. And we can usually get her twice for free in this deck, and she is the preferred 3rd card off King Bran. So when we play King Bran, to discard 3 cards, we want to pick 2 Queensguards, and we want to pick Queen Cirrus. Or Cirrus. I don't even know if that's correct according to the lore, if she's queen or not. Whatever. But yeah, that's the basic gist of the deck. Play Queensguards every single round, and yeah, that's it. So all the other cards, like I said, we'll have plenty of time when my opponent's playing, or during my turn, that I can talk about the different lines of play we could make. So let's just get into a ranked match. I did get into the ranked mode. I think I'm in the top 100k. No, not anymore. I did make my first foray into rank the other day. Played 10 games, went 5-5. Played my own Fog of War brew that you just saw there in the deck editor. Went 1-4, got really, really salty. And then I built Queensguard and went 4-1. So I'm still very low ranked. My MMR is only 788, and I think I'm rank 6. Yeah, rank 6. So I got the weekend off, so I'm going to start some grinding sessions this weekend to hopefully climb that up a little bit, but we'll get a couple of games in here tonight. I'm hoping to play 2. So let's get into ranked Queensguard. I've got my handy deck tracker here. I use a piece of paper and a pen. I like deck tracking in this game, and Mobius is going to make a comment at exactly this time, calling me a scrub and ditch the crutch and all that sort of stuff. Assuming he watches the video, that is. So in the opening hand, we want to have 1 Queensguard and 1 Operator, and by that I mean one either Operator or Alzur's Double Cross. And there's blacklisting in the game as far as bronze units go in your mulligans. If you throw away 1 copy of something in your mulligan, you will not draw any copies of that card for the rest of that mulligan. So let's have a look at our opening hand. Starting with the golds, we have a Madman Lugos, we have Drake Blondu, Grimace, Savage Beard. None of these cards are bad for the opening hand. We have 2 Queensguards, we only want 1. We generally don't want Priestesses. We have our Operator. Decoying a First Lighter, fine. But we want to kick a Queensguard, and now we don't have to worry about drawing Queensguards after we mulligan them. We have a Shield Maiden, which is another card we only want to have 1 of. And we've got one that's great. So I don't need Priestesses in the first round, generally. So I tend to blacklist them and try to get more golds and silvers. We picked up a second Shield Maiden, which we need to get rid of. And we got a Cirrus, which was a bad draw, actually. Okay, so we got Lugos and Cirrus, who lost the coin flip. We get to go first, so We're not going to play Lugos, obviously. Cirrus, that was a bad pickup. But maybe we can just play her as a gold. We got a Drake Bondu, Grimaced, Savage Bear. So Savage Bear is getting a lot of hate on the subreddit recently. It just got strengthened from a 4 to a 6. And its ability is still the same. It's pretty powerful. And you pretty much always want to lead. I wish I had a Hjalmar in here. So what have we got? A Shield Maiden, Queensguard, a Bear, Grimace and Drake. Got an Ulcer's Double Cross. First Light and a Decoy. So he's going all out White Frost. Wow, that is a double weather. Wait, what? I'm sure that was White Frost. And the row above it? Is there some kind of visual bug here? There is, because my bear took damage. So we're looking at a visual bug. There is frost on this row up here. And my bear is in it. So he knows that we're playing the Queensguard strategy, obviously, since he's seen King Bran here. We got the Clear Skies, but I don't think we want to play that yet. He hasn't played a unit. So it looks like we're just going to Alzur's Double Cross and get out our Operator, give him Queensguard.
You blind, greedy fool.
So, 16 to nothing. I'll probably play series. I'm going to clear the weather eventually.
You're good.
So he's just going to play that. I'm surprised he didn't save it to mulligan away. I've got Grimaced in hand. And a Decoy. I could go down that path. And a Clear Skies. I've got enough weather clears, actually.
That is your brilliant move. Truly.
Get that weather off the board. He's going to reapply. I'm sure he's got some Wild Hunt Hounds in there. Man, I'm telling you, I'm really... Yeah, there's a Wild Hunt Hound with Flying Frost and Melee Row. I'm really flabbergasted trying to commentate this game as opposed to Magic. Wow, it's a different experience. I'm going to have to get used to this. Because I want to think, but I want to talk at the same time. So he just applied Frost to this row, so, you know, I'm spending my timer explaining this stuff. But yeah, that's what Wild Hunt Hound does. Plays a Biting Frost card from his deck. So, we do have another Weather Clear should we want one. But we're going to play King Bran. Get those Queensguards
Sit at my table
out of the deck.
and let's drink.
We're going to have to pick another card to discard. I'm not going to do this because I have Lugos, and that's a strong tempo. Probably just discard a Savage Bear, I guess. Since I can res them if I pick up a Priestess. And we'll discard a Bear. And the Bear gets stronger now that we discarded it. We have 2 Queensguards in the graveyard.
Death comes for you.
So he's going to pop the Bear. 17-14 on even cards. I've got Weather on the row. Where my Queensguards are going to pop. If he had a Griffin or a Katakan, I wonder what, you know, he'd probably work Caretaker. He'd probably wait until I buffed up my Queensguard. So buffing him up preemptively is probably not the greatest idea. I could get out all my Shield Maidens, but I really like the Hjalmar combo. I don't want to rally because I have 2 Shield Maidens in my deck. So let's just try and get some more cards out of him. I mean, we want to play series and get her in the graveyard. So we may as well do that.
Need a good slapping.
We may as well just play her, since we kind of have to. He's got Frost Giant. So this guy gains 5 if there's Frost on the board. And when the last Frost is cleared, he damages himself by 5. So I'm not going to use the Decoy on Grimace because I have the Drake. And what he does, he strengthens up to 2 units in your graveyard by 3. So we're going to buff our Queensguards and then we're going to decoy him and buff him again. So I'm going to clear Weather now. And that'll hit the Frost Giant. And it'll allow me to play the Queensguards. So if he has another Hound, he'll play it now. He may even play Erden because Erden spawns a Hound. Okay, he just plays Archgriffin. Alright, well we're gonna
You're
play the Queen's cards
good.
now, get the other two.
Real good.
Down card up 11. This is not fantastic. Wow. The Venom. Don't see that card too much. Strong play here though. So as far as tempo goes, I could play 9 points plus 6 is a 15-point play. Put me up 14. Or 14 down the card. If he kills my Queen's cards, I can res them all. I could just play Drag now. Definitely not going to play Lugos and pitch a Raider, although that is huge tempo. Is there anything that I'm going to want? Does he have any key units that I'm going to want to kill later on? Actually, you know what? I'm going to go down the Lugos line.
Well, what is it?
So Lugos pitches a card from your deck to your graveyard, and then damages something by its power. So I'll throw a Raider, kill this thing. And
Praise
then
be the
comes off
bravest.
board, because that's the Raider's ability, is when it's discarded, resurrected immediately. So that's a nice tempo play. 15 points. So we're up 14, but we're a card down, like I said. And we do have the Shield Maidens.
As dead as a creature.
So yeah, he's going to grab a hand here. He's probably going to frost the melee row, kill my Queen's cards. Let's frost Giants back up to 10. Could decoy Grimaced. Could go all in on Shield Maidens. Shield Maidens get me 9 on board, and they'll only deal 5 if I ping the Queensguard the second time. So it's a 14-point play, I'd be up 10. Play the Drake Bondu. He could pass, I'd have to play another card. So if I play Drake, I tie him at 37, he passes, weather ticks, and I need to play another card to win. And then I'll end up down 2 cards, so it looks like
Give
we're
them
going
no
Shield Maidens.
rest, no reprieve. Our shields are our ramparts.
Get the Queensguard. The only way to get these things to pop out of the deck is to hit something that's damaged, which is that's why I had to ping that, but with the final one I can just pop the top guy. Now we're up 10. We do have the Queensguard play available to us. Got another Frost Giant, so we're tied. He wins because of the Frost. We're on even cards. This is not a bad Drake Bondu, but I'd rather do that the next round. What if I lose this round? What if I intentionally throw this round and use the Drake Bondu decoy this round?
Glory to you.
So strengthen the weakest, and then the other one try to offset their power a little bit so that they are on different numbers, not vulnerable to Geralt Igni and that sort of stuff. And this way he has to play a card because if Frost ticks, we win the round if he passes. This round is going pretty long, I have to say. Pretty fucking long. We've thinned our deck pretty good though. He's got 15 cards left in his, we've only got 8 left in ours.
There is no escape.
Oh wow. Around there. That's pretty fucking powerful. Yeah. So yeah. We're gonna lose this round because he put everybody in the Frost. But we got the Karanther out. We strengthened the units in our graveyard. Playing a Drake Bondu here. Decoying it. This is going to be my only shot to decoy Drake. Is there anything left in the deck I'd want to decoy? Priestess of Freya. Yeah. Priestess of Freya. Alright, so we're going to lose on even cards. So he's used a White Frost from his deck, or a Wildhunt Hound from his deck, a Wildhunt Hound off of air, and Karanther. So it looks like the weather may be behind us, and if we pick up Sigdrifa, we can resurrect Grimace to deal with all that. So we picked up the Priestess, and another Priestess. Is there anything better in my deck that I could want to draw? I don't need 2 resurrections for this round, and I could pick up Sigdrifa. So we're going to mulligan one of these, and pick up Hjalmar.
You crossed the wrong sorceress.
Yennefer the Conjurer. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. So we're just going to play Hjalmar this round, I guess, because that won't tick.
Yalmar on crates coming for ya.
No, 10 gold gives the opponent a 5. We have no way to kill it this round. Playing Ghoul, what did he hit? Oh, fuck no, come on. Don't RNG me with Ghoul. How many Queensguards have I got in here? Still 3. Okay. Phew. Thank the Lord Jesus. I can't decoy anything. I don't want a Priestess of Bear because I need the Priestess for the next round.
Pansy. Pansy.
Hoping this will be enough to get him out of the round. So having these offset like this is really good because Yennefer only hits the 8, then she'll hit the 2 7s and 3 6s. Now he's going to cross. We're in some trouble here. We're in some trouble. Yennefer the Conjurer is doing 2 next turn, and Frost is doing 4. So that's 6. What can we pick up? Raider is 5. She's 6. Bear is 7. We're going to have to res a bear, unfortunately.
Modron Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult. I'm ready.
Then we get the series. Hopefully this forces him out of the round. But we need to pick up a resurrection. We got 2 priestesses and a Sigurdrifa, so we get a 50% shot at it. He's going to play his last card, which is Hakeem. I think that was the right play. He locks the bear. Cross ticks. I can just pass. What's Yennefer going to hit for? 2. And then Frost ticks for 5, so I can pass. Might have to mulligan the decoy here based on what we pick up. I don't know why he played that Fiend. That was a bad play on his part. Alright, we need a resurrection to get that. Oh, we got Sigurdrifa, okay. And the decoy is actually pretty good on her. So we're going to keep these. And we get to go first.
The goddess protect you from all evil.
Let's just pick up those Queensguards. We
You're
get free
good.
Queen Cirrus. I keep calling her that.
Really
That's not her name. I don't even know if that's true, like I said multiple times. So we just resurrected 4 units.
I'm ready.
That's a pretty big play. What did our opponent draw? Probably didn't draw a 33-point silver card. Drew the vampire, so he's going to eat something out of our deck. Probably only priestesses left. Well, actually, there's a bear left in there, so that's going to be a 12. So yeah, we don't need to be in. We can just pass her. Take the game. That was pretty close. I mean, we lost round 1 on even cards, but he spent a lot of his control tools, a bunch of his frost, to get there. And round 2 was looking pretty bleak. If he didn't play that Fiend, round 3 would have been maybe a little bit different. Send him a GG. We got a light longship as a reward. Leveled up, picked up some scraps. Picked up 48 ranking points. We're on our way to rank 7. How long is this video right now? We're looking at 18 minutes. We're fine to play second game. I don't make the videos too long, say half an hour. Probably the sweet spot in my opinion, so we'll go for some more Queensguard. But yeah, let me tell you, this is my first time actually playing a ranked game that I'm tracking, you know, with my quote-unquote deck tracker and trying to talk. Whoa, it's different. It's really different. I've streamed Gwent before, and it's different than this. YouTube it's a different sort of commentary because you're sitting here talking to yourself, whereas, you know, in Twitch you're talking to people who are
You've got
in your
the
mind
heart of an
actively
uncreate.
viewing. It's strange. I
Sit
don't know
at
if
my
anyone's
table
ever done it.
and let's drink.
If they feel the same way or not. So we're playing against Croc on Crate. He's probably going to be playing some kind of Morkvarg thingy. Let's have a look at our hand. What do we have? Hjalmar and Coral, 2 great cards. Gremist, Savage Bear. This needs to not be in our hand. We have 1 Queensguard, double Shield Maiden. These cards are fun. So we have the Blacklist of Shield Maiden. Okay. We need to draw an op. Well, we don't need to draw an operator. We'd like to. So we definitely want to get rid of this. And we have to blacklist Queensguard, and that's our opening hand. Hopefully it's an Alzur's double cross. We get our operator. So we have Hjalmar. Hopefully we're going first, honestly. It's in Gwent, normally you want to go second. But when you have the Savage Bear, which pings a thing, into Hjalmar, which makes a thing that gets pinged, into Shield Maiden, which kills that thing and makes Hjalmar 25. When you have that combo, you want to go first with your Savage Bear. So let's do it. Let's play the Savage Bear. We have Hjalmar and Coral. Gremist. Queensguard, Shield Maiden. We got our Ulcer still across. We have our Decoy. Blood Curdling Roar. And a First Light. So what did our opponent do? I missed that. He's playing Croc on Crate, and his first card was a Quen sign. Okay. So Quen will give one of his units and all copies of it if they're bronze a shield, and then boosts them. So I don't know what he could be doing. I mean, we're down in the pretty low MMR range. So I'm not going to do the whole Hjalmar thing, because if he plays a thing with Quen on it, it won't get damaged. And also I need to set up my Queensguard, so if I do the Hjalmar combo, I probably just win the round with that. And I'd rather win round 2 or 3 like that, and I'm sure I'll get another Savage Bear. So we're just going to drag out the Operator here.
You blind, greedy
Give me a Queensguard. And we also have King Bran this round. So he's going to crack now. So let's see what he gets. I'm presuming it's going to be a Morkvarg. I don't see any others. So we don't have any way to lock that thing. We don't play Donar or Radium Shackles in the deck, so we're just going to have to deal with that. We're just going to have to deal with that. We'll see how long he wants to prolong the round. I'm going to do my setup, and if he keeps playing hard, and if our scores are close, then I'm going to do the whole Hjalmar thing. I think if he could have got rid of the Savage Bear, he would have done so by now. So let's Bran. We want to play on... Or we don't want to expose ourselves to Igni, so spread number power.
Or me!
And we're going to be playing a lot of melee power with Queensguards, and we're going to be playing potentially a lot of power in the ranged row with the Shield Maidens. So Ceres is gone, and 2 Queensguards are gone out of the deck.
So what?
And
Should I
so he's all in on
poker?
Morkvarg. So the Shieldsmith buffs up the base power, and what Morkvarg does, so I could get to it, is yeah, whenever it's discarded, destroyed, resurrected, and weaken it by 3. So when the round ends, Morkvarg will die, but it'll come back at the beginning of the next round. So we've got 2 Queensguards in there. We may as well play them, just to get the power for this round.
Pansy. Pansy.
Get some ticks on Ceres. I'm gonna stop calling her that because that's not what she's called in the game. I'm gonna try to at least. And so, if he keeps playing, we're gonna Hjalmar. It's kind of shitty. I mean, we're up 13. Alright, we're up 13. Hjalmar might be overkill. Could waste a lot of that value. He could just straight pass. We'll be only down 1 card though. I think I'm okay with it. There's not really much. I can't play the Queensguard. I don't want to play the Gremist or the Coral yet. Shield Maidens, I could just play the Shield Maidens just as tempo, but then I still have no way to get rid of the Hjalmar thing. There's nothing I want to decoy right here. There's nothing I want to roar. I don't want to summon anything, so Hjalmar is really my only line of play here. This puts him at risk of Igni. I'm not going to be playing on the Siege row. With anything, any bronze or silver units, that is. So I'm gonna put Hjalmar back here. The Lord of Unvik spawns to the far left on the row. Opposite row. So if I play him on Siege row, he spawns on the enemy Siege row. On the left, yeah, the Siege just passes to Hjalmar. Which is fine. Which is fine. We'll take the round. Now we don't want to draw a Shield Maiden.
Just one morsel.
We did. We can mulligan it. We don't want to draw another one. Okay. Okay, let's put those Shield Maidens away. One of them, that is. We picked up a Bear and a Priestess. Those are 2 good pickups. So he starts with a 10. We won the round. We get to go first. So we just want to lead with Queensguard? No. We want to play Savage Bear and get the most value out of it. So what could my rally hit right now, which is First Light can clear weather, but if you don't have weather to clear, it will play a random bronze unit from your deck as a secondary mode. Right now it will hit a Raider potentially, which is horrible. a bear.
Onward!
Well, actually, it could hit a shield maiden until I clear the shield maidens out. Then it's definitely not something I can do. Do I want to play... Do I want to resurrect a bear? Since this is the only res in my hand, I'm gonna have to say no. I have to say no on that. Do I want to fog his melee row? Not yet. I definitely don't want a blood curdling roar yet. And I could turn that bear into a 12, but I have this for that. I've got so many reactive plays that I think just slamming the Queensguards series is going to come along for the ride.
Just careful there.
She landed on the right row too, which is good. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is reactive, so best to see what he's going to do. I mean, eventually I'm going to want to get the shield maidens out just to get them out. So
By Handel's
he's
axe!
playing the Brockbar Archer, which brings 3 things. Takes a punch from the bear. I have a decoy, so Grimace is not that horrible. Because I can use them again if I need to. And Fog on the back row looks pretty good right now with those 2 units lined up at 5. It'll do 4 damage immediately.
Have you nothing better to do?
So Fog takes the highest units on the row and weakens them by 2 every turn, and if they're lined up, it'll hit multiples.
Give them no rest. No
Alright, so there's his
reprieve.
Quinn unit. So he's bringing these guys out.
Our shields are our ramparts.
Just a nice tempo. Bear got to break the shield of one of them. So, I mean, Coral on that row is worth 14. Got a pretty decent bear here since my Queensguards are weakened. Grimace, decoy Grimace to Fog. It'll crack 2 shields and knock the other one to 4. Pretty decent. It's actually pretty decent. So we'll play the Grimace again, and he'll be strengthened.
That
by
is
3.
your brilliant move. Truly?
And we will Fog this row. Does he have a Grimace of his own or a Clear Skies?
Out with the crowns. Come on, quick
No,
now.
he's just gonna play into Morphfire. So now my Fog on the back row is only hitting the 6-powered unit, which means that I can
Our
play these
shields
guys,
are our ramparts.
ping off the ones and break them all
Now,
out.
all together. Now, all together.
And we'll punch this. Get Shield Maidens out of the deck. According to my fancy deck tracker, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards left in the deck. And yes, that's accurate according to the bottom right corner. So that's good. I'm tracking properly. 10-point lead, up a round, down 2 cards. He's got a Mork, which will be 9 power next round, presuming he doesn't strengthen it again. But we've got some nice weather going. Gonna need to make some pretty strong plays.
Coming! Coming!
So he picks Doo-Doo. So he's playing with starter cards. So it chooses an enemy and copy its power. So he gets 6 points silver, which is pretty bad. Coral here is worth a nice bit to me. And I want to keep pushing him. Bear is worth 10 if I kill one of these lowly 2s. Coral is 5 plus 9, 14, but he might put more stuff on the melee row. So I think Bear is fine. What are my rallies like now? I could still hit the Raider. I could hit a Savage Bear, or one of 2 Priestesses, which I probably want for the last round. So I think I'm just going to do this. And either which way I'm going to push it up above Igni range, so this Bear is going to get shot no matter what. So we'll protect these guys against Fog if he has it. You not sure that's going to be a thing, but we're ticking him down with weather. We're up 20. We've lined off all his stuff on those back rows.
Spars per Lord.
5. I'm up 8, but weather's going to tick for 8, so I'm actually up 16. I still think I have to play the Coral on my 2-round him.
I can do a great deal more for you.
Coral's going to hit this front roll out. And then the weather ticks and kills everything, so now up 30. Pretty sure we're in pass mode now. Just see how many cards it's going to take for him to overcome this, if he even can.
Let's get this over with.
So that brave trigger goes off, you get a 13-point Geralt. I'm just going to pass. He's got 17 more to go, and there's weather on the board that if he could have cleared it, I'm sure he would have. So let's see how it shakes down. Yeah, but this guy's playing Geralt, Triss, Dudu. So, I mean, he's ranking up with the starter deck, obviously, and I've got a full collection, so I need to start grinding ranked, like I said, get out of these low ranks and stop beating these people. Is kind of not right. I probably, you know, in theory, I probably shouldn't 2-round the guy because it denies him his rewards, which is really shitty. So he's playing Spores on his Morkvarg, which is going to give him about 8 points, I think, and it carries over in the next round. Since that's base strength, his Mork is going to be a 12 next round, but my Queensguards are really strong.
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
So he resurrects an archer. I wonder, the weather tick on this, though, could put us... He might have to play that last card because of the tick of the weather. I'm fairly certain he does. Yeah, he does. So he has to play that last card. Decoy? Blood Curling Roar? Meridian Bomb? That doesn't save him because the weather just ticks again. So yeah, I 2-rounded him. I don't feel good about it. That's unfortunate. But, you know, you gotta play to win the game. That's what I did. I'll send him a GG. He'll get something from me. What time of night is it? When did our rewards refresh? Let's go have a look at the rewards screen. Oh, did I rank up? No, I'm still rank 6. Wait, is that a ranked game? Or was that a casual game? Did I go into casual? No, I didn't. Okay, I'm 7-5. I didn't go into casual. Okay, that's the main thing. Yeah, let's check out rewards. I didn't play Gwent at all last night. We got 46 minutes. So I gotta win another 2 rounds. If I lose the next game, then I have to play another game after that. So I'd rather, honestly, with only 45 minutes left, I'd rather do that offline so I can play it more quickly. So for now, that was Queensguard. A couple of games of Gwent. I mean, I didn't explain the game at all. You know, I just kind of presume knowledge. Ask me any questions you want to down in the comments below. If you didn't understand the game and you want me to do some kind of video about that or whatnot. But yeah, that's Gwent. I love it. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you later.